We're focusing very much on leaving under World Trade Organization terms. I was in Geneva with the WTO only a couple of weeks ago. It's perfectly possible to do that. It would be very good for our economy. It would be very good for the many and not the few. If we left under WTO terms, because the cost of living would come down, people would be more secure in jobs, and we'd be able to move on and trade the world.
Your view then is that we shouldn't be concentrating on all this effort, trying to do a deal with the Tories on that backbenchers, getting Remainers on side, trying to get something through Parliament. Shouldn't be concentrating on trying to reopen negotiations on that 585-page legally binding withdrawal agreement with the EU, because you think whatever deal they end up with either won't get through Parliament, or whatever deal they end up with won't be better than no deal.
Well, it's very late in the day now to actually try and sort out a deal. We know now that the Prime Minister has been a devious Remainer all along. She's been trying to keep us in the customs union, which is a protectionist zone in order to protect French landowners and German manufacturers at the expense of British consumers. And the fact of the matter is that it would be far better just to simply leave. Obviously, a deal would have been ideal. But, we should have started in that position. If the government had started 2 years ago from the position that we would go to WTO trading terms and offer the European Union a free trade arrangement, if they wished to have one, we'd be in a much better place now. But there has been so much resistance, so much lying and attempts to undermine Brexit and reverse it, that we're now in a rather difficult position in terms of renegotiating a deal.
Do you think, for instance, things like the Irish backstop are actually in the withdrawal agreement in part to all intents and purposes, keep us in the EU in all but name?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the Prime Minister and her team clearly negotiated our way into that backstop agreement. They wanted that agreement because they wanted to keep us in the customs union. So that was the entire game plan all along.